Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome to the Minute Channel. And today we're gonna be doing a video that I've been holding on to for quite a bit of time because I think it's an interesting video to talk about. I don't know how I want to approach this video more than anything, right? So Persona 4 and Persona 5 and Persona 3 really had a success that has really surpassed a lot of different franchises within Atlas, and as a response to that success on all three of these games, there's been many different crossovers over the time. Crossovers as little things as cameos on other games, or even having full characters on other games, like in Super Smash Bros. Or in the recent one with the Sword Art Online's crossover with Persona and everything like that. A lot of these collaborations that are pretty small, and some of them again can be pretty big, like the Super Smash Bros. Having Joker as a character there. So overall, I think that a lot of people might call it milking in the series, and of course it is a little bit of that, but as well it shows a testament of how successful the Persona series has been, right? So today I want to discuss this in a different light, kind of like what I would like to see in a crossover, in a true really good crossover, because what we had has been snippets and little things here and there that don't really add up to much. On the biggest one again is the Super Smash Bros. One with Joker as a playable character there, and obviously you have seasonal things here and there. There's a bunch of gacha games on the phone and everything like that you get crossovers with for Persona and everything like that. But I would like to see a true good crossover. For example, a crossover between the Persona series is Persona Q 1 and 2. In those we get to play characters from Persona 3 or Persona 4 or Persona 5 in the example of Persona Q 2. And overall, I think that's a really cool thing because we get to see the characters in a different light and that kind of stuff. My idea is to have a true crossover. For example, there's been a lot of these crossovers over time. For example, we had the BlazBlue cross tag battle. I don't remember what the whole name is called, but in this one we have characters from Persona 4 fighting characters in this massive crossover with Ruby and with BlazBlue and a bunch of other properties within the fighting games sphere and everything. So that's really cool. I really like that a lot. So I would like to see something similar to that, but maybe in a different aspect, maybe an RPG type of aspects. That would be really like a dream thing for me. I believe years ago there was this Capcom game. I think it was Project Cross Zone. It was a 3DS game. We actually had a sequel to it, and basically in that game they had characters from different series here and there and crossover in this thing. Final Fantasy had the Final Fantasy Dissidia series, which crossovers along with different areas in a fighting style game, and those are pretty cool and dandy. But I really would like to see a really good crossover between different RPG series from different developers. Things like I don't know. Persona is kind of different from everything else, but I would like to see like a crossover with SMT, obviously, where maybe Final Fantasy or Xenosaga, or I don't know. There's so many RPG series that I like out there that I really would like to see them crossover with, and I would think it will be pretty cool and pretty interesting in a different kind of settings. Now, this is obviously a fan service thing, so obviously it's not meant to be taken seriously as a thing or everything like that. But I do think that crossovers so far, or what they call the collabs or the collaborations, have been pretty mediocre so far. Honestly, there are some here and there that are pretty cool, just having the character or whatever, but again, most of them are typically for phones, and most of them don't really have a much that they really add to it. So I would really like to see some bigger crossovers out there, even a bigger crossover than Persona Q. Persona Q, the idea of it is really good. I really like the idea of having different characters from the Persona series just kind of coming together and everything like that. And I really like that a lot, but I would like them to cross over like in Persona 4 Arena. In Persona 4 Arena is kind of canon. It follows the storyline and everything like that from original Persona 3 and 4. I don't really like the idea of that. I would like to see something like that again in a different kind of settings. I think that Persona works really good in different settings, like for example warrior style game, Persona 5 Scramble really works in that sphere. I would like that. Or obviously the fighting games were really good, but a true RPG, the likeness of Persona 5, for example, with a crossover style, that would be really cool, I think. But let me know in the comments below what do you think about this. Again, this is a kind of subject that I've been thinking of for a while, kind of thinking on what direction I want to take it. And overall, I do appreciate the crossovers. I think that they are pretty cool, but honestly, not everybody likes them. And again, it does come across as a little bit of a milking franchise kind of thing. But I think that there's a lot of good stuff that could come out of it eventually, right? A full-fledged game will be really appreciated. You know, even having characters show up into other games and everything, like a DLC kind of thing, like in the case of the Super Smash Bros. Game. But anyway, that is pretty much it for today, my discussion video today. Just something again that I had in the back of my head thinking about. And let me know in the comments below if there was a crossover between Persona and something else. What will it be? What would you want it to be? Let me know in the comments below. And that's pretty for today, guys. As if you know, please consider liking and subscribing. Don't forget to sign up for the giveaway. It's still a couple weeks away. And if you want to buy my new shirts, that'll be cool too. But anyway, that's it for today. I'll see you guys next time.